happened was in May of this year, I went back to join the church. And Ellen caused all sorts of types of chaos between me and her husband. And it resulted in me being thrown out of the church by Ellen telling, I guess, the deacons, however she did it, listen, that's a wash. I have the card. Of course I do. The membership card of when I joined. I've since went to another church. The issue with going to another church is this. Why go to another church? And I didn't join the other church. That's not even the issue, and they were nice to me. But here's the whole thing. That's not going to negate the fact of what happened over there. I mean, the other church, if they are reading my community wall or whatever, they're going to see all the stuff that I said about Lady Ellen, First Lady Ellen. Because, yeah, I'm gonna post some facts up on her on my wall, because you had 10 years of doing some reckless stuff to me, and I don't really owe you to be nice to you, for real, for real. While you be telling me to get a job, did you give me one? Okay, that's what I thought. Get a job. Didn't those ideas, listen, all that stuff that happened with Pastor Wilder, I was really willing to say that it's water under the bridge, and I still am. Because otherwise I wouldn't have said that we could start a new project, start all over. You had to try to get in there like cement gets with and make you had to try to make things difficult. Yeah, you did. And it wasn't really necessary. See, you want me and Pastor Wilder to keep fighting and fighting and fighting, and we're not going to do that. I would just rather go to my community wall and drag you about Rondia and drag you about Stefan, just because you had no business causing us to be like this for 10 years. It's ridiculous that people that say that they love God with all their heart, soul, and mind was getting down in the trenches and fighting. Those are facts. You've done some harsh stuff to me, and I don't owe you to be nice to you, Ellen. Your husband, he's married to you. I don't owe you anything. And I'm sorry Pastor Wilder has to get dragged because of you, but he was the one that was cleaning your stuff up, and it was hurting me. When I lost my apartment, you didn't care. You know, when you told that doctor to stop giving me medication over there at that nursing home and I fell, you didn't care. I had to go back under anesthesia because of you. You didn't care. Right. So you've done some harsh stuff to me, and I just was in the nursing home. And what you do with them women over there at that nursing home? When you over there trying to have them women over there fight me? And what happened? Somebody from YouTube called adult services over there. That wasn't me. I ain't call no adult. I did not. That was you over there. Trying to have them women be aggressive towards me for what? I had a surgery. 27 fibroids removed. See, y'all want to be mad that I'm telling the truth, but you ain't mad at the fact that she did the stuff that she did, and she act crazy. Right. That's not normal behavior. If you think first of all, if I thought my husband was cheating, he just cheating, I don't think I really care. I know I don't. Because I've dated men before that have cheated, and I ain't never really cared for real. So I know if I was married and my husband was doing that, care for what? As long as he keep paying bills, I care. Okay, yeah, well, You was acting crazy with me, and for the 21 years I've known Pastor Wilder, we ain't never have no type of intimacy, kiss, none of that. For real. The pastor has been Granada Lavelle Smith. It ain't been I ain't got nothing against Pastor Wilder. I'm just telling you about who was around. You was blaming me for Pastor, and it wasn't. It was Granada. It's just that Granada passed away about 5 years ago. And I was dating somebody else. So, no. Haven't dated anybody since 2018, but Granada passed away in 2021. You caused a lot of chaos. So if I choose to drag you all on my page, you will deserve it for the 10 years. I don't have to be peaceful with you. Was you peaceful with me for the last 10 years? Was you doing all sorts of types of destructive and demonic stuff to me, and your husband was trying to clean it up? See, now y'all want Catherine to be quiet. I don't owe y'all that. If I choose to be, if I choose to be quiet, it will be because of what Pastor Allen has done. It won't be because of the devil's daughter up there on the front row. Be the main one jumping up talking about amen on your on your husband preaching, and ain't no for it. He don't even be halfway finished preaching for you to thought of your next destructive demonic thing to do to me. You remember all that stuff you did, Ellen? You did a whole lot of stuff. You did a whole lot of stuff. And while I could be silent, baby, listen. Ain't nobody tell Catherine not to drag you. It ain't nobody. Ain't nobody telling me not to drag you. It's not, for real. It's not. Because some of the stuff you did involve my sons. And that's really why I'm going to drag you. I had to leave my son's graduation to go get a bed at the shelter. That was funny, wasn't it, Ellen? You did a lot of hurtful things to me over 10 years, and I kept silent. I had to miss my son going on his prime. Oh, you did a lot of stuff, brother. You did a lot of stuff. See, you got to see your children go to their primes and graduations. You took a lot of stuff from me with my son. So then when I act the way that I act right now, nobody should be surprised. See, I've been silent, and I ain't say something. I don't even really care if Pastor Waller is mad at me. And the reason why I don't care if he mad, because I deserve to tell my story. The portion of it that involves you, though. I ain't talking about the portion of it that involves him. I'm talking about the portion of it that involves you. See, because I can release my own records. Why can I do that? Because I'm Catherine Sherelle Powell, and I can sign my records. And if I want to post them on my page and everybody can see them, I can do that. See, I can prove that I had a problem with that girl up there. And I ain't know that girl before I came to the program, so that wouldn't have made sense. Why would Stefan be chasing me? See, don't hide now. Don't hide now, Ellen. See, you dip in that lady pond, stay up don't go chasing waterfalls. It leads you to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to, not that I'm used to. See, because I'm used to dating men. I'm not playing around with no women and then hiding up under a man. That's you. You've been playing with women the whole time, Pastor Wilder. Before he met you, then he met you, then he dated you. He ain't know you was right. You was playing with him. You wasn't never playing me, baby. First time I seen you, I knew you dipped in Lady Pine. He ain't know that I seen you. I said, why he marry her? She like women. That's exactly when I looked at you, I said, she like women. Right, you been hiding up under him a long time. Probably got one of your girlfriends now. Probably on a speed dial now, trying to call one of your girlfriends, spend some time with you. You know you be taking them trips, and when you take them trips, you take your girlfriend with you, or you go meet a girl. Please don't make me spill your tea, baby, because I'm gonna drop your tea for all the stuff you've done to me. Ain't gonna be no preacher, no pastor, no apostle, and talk about prophet to tell me nothing different. Cause see how Brian Carn is being exposed? See, when God gets tired, he will let you be exposed. When God gets tired, he'll let somebody pour your tea because you keep hiding and lying. But with me was, you just had somebody to put their hands on me. So I know I don't got to be quiet because that person ain't get arrested. They ain't get arrested. Your husband, he cleaned that up. So, you ain't got to, go to church and act all. You'd be the main one jumping up, saying amen and waving back. What you standing up for? You don't believe the gospel that's being preached? You quite contrary. Are you serious? You do not believe in Jesus, ma'am. That's an act. You don't. Your husband, I believe that Pastor Waller knows God. I do. I just believe he married the wrong person. And I ain't trying to make him end his marriage, talking about his marriage, none of that. I'm just telling him he married Jezebel, but play with Delilah. That's his business. I ain't got nothing to do with that. He's done some good stuff for me. He has. We could have worked things out, but Ellen, you got in the way. You up there talking about you trying to take me. Ma'am, if you take me home with your silver fox that you call Ellen, I will lock you out. Yeah, and you'll be on the other side of the door while I be taking care of Alan. See, don't play with me, Cause you might be for the streets, but I'm not. See, notice how I said that, Ellen. You might be for the streets. See, cause I said you for the streets, cause you had somebody come beat me up. So you are for the streets. See, pay attention. You had somebody to come beat me up. I ain't had nobody touch you. See, you was the one running around talking about I was stalking you, but yeah, you the one that had somebody beat me up. So all the people that was running around talking about I was crazy, it looked like you crazy. You had somebody come down North Philly where I live at and beat me up. And I was homeless. That kind of crazy, Ellen. Why would you have somebody that's homeless get beat up? I didn't have a place to stay at the time that you did that. You was acting real crazy. I told you them drugs that you take affect your brain. Said it because wouldn't no sane person want to have somebody that ain't got no place to stay beat up? That don't make sense. You actually couldn't have thought that I was having no type of sexual contact with your husband. I ain't have a place to stay. One night I slept on a Queen Lane train station bench. So you couldn't have thought I had no place. Oh, so Alan gonna come down to the train. Is you okay? And wasn't nobody at the train station with me. Is you all right? Your husband can he can mock and make fun of me if he wants to. And think that I'm the lowest of the low and call me whatever. Say I need to be checked, whatever. I ain't the person that has somebody beat up. See, I got good common sense. Your husband run around here telling people that I don't. He allowed to say whatever. I don't really care. But your actions prove something different, not mine. See, when somebody told me that I was going to be arrested for my laptop, what did I do? I gave my laptop away. That was nice of them to tell me you ain't got no receipt for it and you're homeless. Right. See, when you hear warning, warning comes before destruction. Warning came before destruction. You keep walking around with a laptop, you ain't got no receipt for it and you ain't got a place to stay. It look like you stole it. Right. What did I do? I handed it to somebody. Ma'am, I'm not going to call your name. I'm not trying to drag you, ma'am, at all. I appreciate what you did for me. Right. Now, Alan, if you're listening, Pastor Wild, I ain't being disrespectful. I would like to straighten it out, but I ain't coming near you. Y'all do too much over there. We could do a FaceTime, and yeah, you could do one of them. I ain't coming near your church. Y'all do too much. And I know y'all had one of the barbecues things, and on a Saturday, put some tracks in there, and hand out some food and stuff, and you done evangelized to some people. See how I gave you that idea, Alan, and I ain't charged you nothing. You talking about I'm greedy for money, right? See, but I ain't mad at you. I just don't like the way that you handled the situation with me, with your wife. See, you wouldn't have wanted nobody to do that, and that's cool. I'm not mad. I'm just trying to tell you, I ain't coming near you because you be telling people that I'm crazy, and I'm not crazy because I have anxiety and ADHD. Some of the stuff that have happened to me in my life, if it would have happened to you, I don't know how you would have turned out. You have a lot of judgment on me. That's why, listen, church is a wonderful thing. Sometimes I don't want to go to church. Because people look at me and they always say, did you get beat up like I did? 2 times pregnant, and both times I got kicked. Right. So when I'm not dating nobody right now, I ain't no bad person. I don't smoke, drink, or do drugs. No, I don't. I don't. So if I have a lot of anxiety about being in a relationship, I should. I've been through some bad things in the course of 51 years. I think anybody would. I never really met anybody that knew how to treat me. And the one person I did, they didn't treat me well on the end. Not with what they did to me. Right. They did give me money, but then the end of their treatment was not so nice. So, yeah, you know half of my story. You don't know all because I ain't never told it to you. But when I came in your church and tried to serve, it didn't work out. I'm not mad. You're not mad. We moved on. Am I going to go back to church? At some point, I will. Whether I come back to your church, you let Deacon Sherrod, that deacon over there, I ain't gonna call his name. I ain't trying to put him on blast. Probably delete my daggone emails when I sent them. Deacon Candy, you let them tell you I'm a bad person. I'm a bad person because I dragged you. I'm a bad person because I dragged you after the fact, not before the fact. See, pay attention to how that went. You got dragged after the fact because you let them tell you about me. I done been to churches where you as numerous times. You either didn't see me or didn't know I was there because I didn't walk up to shake your hand because you always make it seem like I'm chasing you. Sir, I ain't chasing you. I go see your friend preach too, so I'm chasing him too. No, if it's somebody I like, I'll go hear him preach. I like your preaching, but I don't like the way you act, so no, I won't be coming to hear you preach no more. Because, see, you acting like I don't do stuff like that. Go ask your friend, though. Because when I went to go hear him preach, I ain't slipped my number in his hand. And we had tried to join his church. Go ask Bishop Reed, you think I'm lying. I don't have to lie about that. I did try to join Sharon. And your friend wouldn't let me join his church. Yeah, see, you know half the story, you don't know all. I went over there to be a faithful member of Sharon. I did. I went over there to be a faithful member of Sharon. Your friend wouldn't have, when I saw him again, and he was in the next church that I was in, I just made sure that his table was taken care of. I ain't say too much. Ask him. He'll tell you. They ain't know that I was over at Sharon. Pastor Aiken did not know that I was over at Sharon. He's hearing it now, and his wife is too, because they didn't know why I wanted to make sure that everything was right for Dr. Reed. They see, it wasn't for them to know. Pay attention to how life works. It wasn't for them to know. It was for me to know. Why? Because he came right back past my way. Sometimes when people do you a favor, you have to shut your mouth and return the favor, like I did for Dr. Reed when he came over to Upper Room. When he came over there, I made sure that when he came in there, the water was there, what he wanted for breakfast was all put in place. Forks and everything. I did. Banquet server, pay attention to my role, banquet server. Then when he came upstairs to eat dinner, made sure that was right. I did. See, the one thing about me, Alan, you can't never say is I don't know my role. Ask Dr. Reed, but better yet, no, you can't ask Carlton Aiken right now, but you can ask Dr. Reed. Yeah, I don't think you should ask Carlton Aiken anything about me right now, but you can ask Dr. Reed. He will tell you. I did a very good job of making sure. I did. When I'm in church, that's why when people say that about me in church, they don't know. See, and that's why when they say that about me with you, they don't know. I wouldn't have tried to put Dr. Reed in there if I wasn't really trying to make amends, but I can't make you forgive me. But what I can do is just not come to your church. Don't eat none of that, because you're trying to make it seem like I'm chasing you. And then when I did try to come to you, you turned around and I was still sleeping outside, had joined your church, left the church, went to the hospital. The hospital told me I was homeless. I couldn't stay in there for the night. At least I had sense to go in the hospital and not try to sleep on a park bench. Yeah. So y'all know I ain't had no place to stay. I'm not mad at you. See, I got all my paperwork. If I wanted to really put it on my wall and show that I was homeless, that time when I was at your church, those are facts. That's not no Kathy made up. My mom put me out May 8th. So when you saw me, that whole time I was homeless. Did you want me to write it across my chest, beg you? I ain't being mean to you, sir. But I just said I wouldn't have did that to you, Pastor Allen, if you was homeless and you would have told me I'd have got you a place to stay. I wouldn't have dragged my feet. No, I wouldn't have dragged my feet. See, I wouldn't have did what you. I wouldn't have did that. See, I wouldn't have ever did that to you. Never, ever, ever, ever. I wouldn't have did that. Did it like you just did it to me, and then tried to say to your wife, no, because we could have straightened out this situation, and then Enon would have been able to help me, because I would have got the right hand of fellowship, but you didn't want that. So when I post that membership on my wall. Don't say, Catherine, you're wrong, because you was wrong. You let the people in church tell you not to let me come back when I should have came back and my church should have helped me. But you didn't want to help me, and I don't want to make you do anything you don't want to do. But I want to let folks know how you really is. I joined the church and you put me out before I could get the right hand of fellowship because Ellen said so. The fake-ass first lady said, right, I'm going to call her fake because she is. What first lady want to put somebody out after 10 years? After all the 10 years that I wasn't there, she caused all the chaos. You shouldn't have let Ellen tell you anything about me. Yeah, I'm going to say what I want to say, and I have the right to say it. After Ellen causing all that chaos in my life, and I still walked up in your church and gave you respect, you shouldn't have let Ellen say nothing about me, and you did. So when I go to my page and I drag the hell out of Ellen, I don't want to hear nothing from you, a blogger, or nobody. Because they didn't go through what I went through. You let Ellen tell you about me. Are you serious? Ellen lied to you and told you she was straight when you married her. You already know your wife is a liar. Now, next. I don't even really care about that. I care about the fact that when I came back and tried to humble myself, you played the heck out of me. You did. You let me get kicked out so you wouldn't have to help me. Right. So I can continue sleeping on riding the bus, the train, the hospital, going to you, all of that. See, that's what you did. And then when I did come and I was all dressed up and looked all sick, looked like, and you could see in that picture that I was sick. You could. Right. If that was you, I would have never did that to you. Right. It's no behind the scenes. Do stuff in the open so people can stop saying that they having an affair when they not. Tell the truth about it. The Bible says shun the appearance of evil. Yeah, it's evil to do stuff behind the scenes so people can think that I'm having sex with you when I'm not. That's evil. You try and don't use me to make that lady jealous because ain't nothing going on over here. Don't do that. Tell the truth about our situation. I just wanted to help you with your church because you were nice to me. And that's the truth about it. It is. But you tried to twist it and turn it into something else. No, and I'm getting ready to. I gave y'all 20 minutes. I told y'all what happened. So when I post up stuff on my wall later about late, yeah, Ellen, you gonna get dragged on my wall. Ain't nothing your husband can say. I don't know what he preached today. I don't know. I don't know if he did preach today, didn't preach today. You was there. I don't know. I just know it would drag you on my wall because you ain't had no business. Not let me make amends with your husband. You want since you wants to be the person that's keeping the wall up between me and Alan. If I cannot make it with your husband, I'm gonna drag you because I know you the reason. I'm gonna drag you from where you live at the Philadelphia back out there to where you live at to your sorority, to your sorority sisters, and all the other causes that you. What you say? You got a organization called She's My Sister. Well, you ain't never been mine. Cause I just came back to church and you acted funny, talking about somebody stalking you out. Ma'am, I ain't never been to your front door. I'm gonna drag you on my wall. Let me get over there and get active on my wall, y'all. I'm gonna go on my wall. Baby, I'm gonna go on my wall. I don't care about what you say. Bye.